Here with the man who really, needs no introduction, a legend in his own right in the world of tennis, John McEnroe. Thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.
It's nice to be here. The old Boston Garden, now the TD Garden. It's got a lot of history. Unfortunately, it's at the expense of a lot of New York teams. And to be able to participate in something that actually would be unbelievable if we won, which is the Laver Cup. Rod Laver is our Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth played in Boston and New York, see? So there's a history and a linkage that we have to bring in, an energy. Boston fans, I know one thing about Boston fans, they love their sports and they're great fans. So hopefully they can bring that energy they bring to the Celtics and the Patriots and the Bruins to this event.
You talked about the history. You also mentioned Rod Laver, arguably, if not the greatest, one of the greatest in the world of tennis. How important is it to have his name attached to this?
Well, he was my idol, so I loved Rod Laver. I tried to play like him. I tried to get my arm big and figure out a way to. It didn't work, but I gave it a shot. But he's a total class act, and then you got Roger spearheading this and being involved and being one of the owners of this event. So I'm thinking this is a no-brainer. I mean, you kidding? Rod Laver and Roger Federer, and they asked me to coach this thing. I mean, it's not hard to say yes to that. And the idea of doing this sort of Ryder Cup format over a 3-day period, I think is great. And the way they made the rules, I think it makes it exciting. It brings a lot of energy. So it's been even more successful, except for the fact that we've lost all three. But it's been more successful, I think, for everyone. I think the people on TV are like, whoa, what is this? This is cool what I'm seeing. The players, I know the players that I've been coaching and been part of the teams, they love it. And I can't imagine anyone, I know the coaches love it. The fact that I look over the other side and Bjorn Borg's there, was my greatest rival and one of my best buddies, makes it even more special. So it seems like it should be a win-win for the sport.
Your brother Patrick has experience with the Davis Cup. You're going to be picking his brain when you get ready to set your roster?
He's got to do that. Little brothers have to do that, whether they like it or not. So he's a great right-hand man, and he's at my tennis academy. He takes care of things there. He does the dirty work. It's important to have the assistant coach. So he's done a great job. He's a good man, and hopefully we can get into these guys' heads just a little bit more. They just listen a little bit more. We'll be okay.
I guess lastly from me then, what is going to go into you assembling this roster? You got a lot of great players to choose from.
Well, it depends a little bit. The first three are picked by ranking, so I don't have power over that. The next three would be obviously important because you want a Nick Kyrgios, for example. He's a great team guy. He's not going to be one of the top 3 ranked guys at the moment. His ranking's like the 7th guy in the world. Then you want some of these young Canadians, hopefully they want to play. And then you got you always want a guy like John Isner, say, because he takes the racket out of people's hand. You want to make life miserable for the other team as much as possible. And doubles, there's a doubles part of this. So you need a player that can play some really good doubles too. Jack Sock's done a great job, but he's been struggling in singles. So we'll let it play out a little bit and start to see what happens after the French and Wimbledon, then I'll make the call.
All right. This is year 4. Hopefully it's your year. We appreciate the time. Looking forward to tennis being back in Boston. First time in a while.
I really hope you're right.
All right.